Alright, today we're talking about the bats. Bats. These are wheel bats. And what's nice about a wheel bat is you can put it on the wheel, you can throw. At the end of the day, you can take your piece off wherever you're at, you can stop throwing, and then the next day put it right back in place and continue throwing. It's awesome because some of you take a long time to center, and it's really important that you have enough time to pull the walls and make the form. So on one day you could center it, pull the walls, get it just about where you want it, wrap it overnight, save it, then come back the next day, put this right back on the wheel, and it will be in the same spot. What helps to do that are these two spots here. That's where the bat pins go. In another video I showed you how to take the bat pins out. Today I'll show you how to put them in. There's probably a lot of clay gummed up in these little bat pin holes, so we got to clean them out. And I'm just using a needle tool to kind of get some of that excess clay out of there. And then this little bucket here has the bat pins in it. So in this one I'm going to put one, put it all the way down, and then on the other side clean that one out and put this one down. There are some wing nuts that go on the other side. I don't usually put these in. Usually I just leave the bat sitting there, or the bat pin, and that's enough to hold it in. If your pins are coming out, you have to take the collar off and get these bat pin or wing nuts on the other end. Okay, and the way you do that is to hold it underneath and turn the top of it so that this screws in. You kind of hold it in your fingers like that. Make sure the wheel is off when you go to do that. I think you'll be fine just putting those on all on their own. Next is the bat. It's real easy. Just line it up with the pins, put it on, and you're ready to start throwing. There's not a lot of difference here. Some of them will move a little bit. All right, that could throw you off a little. It's more psychological, I think, than anything. As you're centering, you might hear a clicking. And this just means that these pins are a little loose in the bat because they're made of plastic, they wear out. What we have is a bat sheet. What you do is get this wet and wring it out. You don't want it to be soaking wet. And you lay it down underneath. It goes right over the two pins, like so. And then put your bat down on top of that. Just the friction of the water underneath there, and it's kind of a spongy sheet, will hold this in place really well, so you don't have to worry too much about things moving around. Then at the end of the class, you can take this off, cover it in plastic, don't change anything, don't mess with your piece, throw it in the cabinet, then the next day you come right back, line it up with those two pins, and we're off and running. Alright, so start using the bats once you've got the basics of centering down. Everything else is the same, nothing else really changes. We're just putting a bat on the top.